Good morning, everybody. I hope. Today is October 18th. I hope everyone is doing well. I appreciate you all. Like I said, I'm under construction, and my life is under construction. So, been changing some things up, and yeah, just trying to navigate the waters right now. So, format for my readings is probably going to be different for a minute, but anyway, let's just jump on in and see what spirit has for us today. What spirit wants to address? What does what what does the collective need to know for October 18th, spirit? What do we need to know? All right, ghost came out. This came out with it. This is a camel, and we have star, and we have lucky. A clover. So a ghost, a camel, a star, and a clover. So something from the past, um, that probably was once dry, because I'm thinking that camel represents the desert. It's and the star is healing. Something from the past that probably um, you had to, because I'm thinking desolate or isolation or something like that. When you're in the desert, you know, it's like I don't know why I'm seeing isolation. So something maybe you may have been um, in isolation, or you isolated from, or something you had to leave behind before. Anyway, something is healing with that, and is bringing about a certain amount of luck, I guess. Let's see. What would you like for me to what are we talking about, spirit? Oh, what are we talking about? Uh, let me turn this down. I hope everybody's doing okay today. You know, life be life, man. There's a whole bunch of moving parts, you know. And I have decided uh I'm gonna stay at my post and not venture outside of my post for the rest of the year, because yeah, I just saw a release and renew. Oh, what is this? What popped out? Inner vision, cut through the fog and confusion with your power of discernment. Okay. And I see breakthrough too. All right, so inner vision. Let me look up. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Saving grace. It says forgiving yourself and others heals the wound and sets you free. And flames of passion. Let the flames of passion light your way, but be mindful of the fires they may ignite in your journey. What is going on? So somebody, let me see something. So With this isolation, I'm still looking at this camel as an isolation. And somebody needs to cut through a fog, or somebody's cutting through a fog. And it could be an Aquarius because stars represent Aquarius. Um, Let the flames of your passion light your way, but be mindful of the fires they may ignite in your journey. Forgiving yourself and others. Okay, so I'm gonna swap those two around. Um, Something from your past. Are you leaving something from the past that has kept you in isolation? All right. And this star, again, stars represent healing. And this card says healing. It says forgiving yourself and others heals the wound and sets you free. So, whatever has been bothering you from your past that kept you in isolation, all right, or you were being isolated to heal those things from the past, all right. And with this, because this is a shamrock, this represents luck. Mm. So it's like releasing that stuff from the past and allowing yourself to heal will open up new possibilities, because I don't always see, you know, I don't know if I really believe in lucky. I just think it's about being aligned. You know what I'm saying? With oh, this card just popped out. So going forward, don't dwell on the past. Yes, that I say you leaving something behind, that isolation, you're healing that and you're moving forward. That card just fell out my hand. Yeah. Um, so someone is being asked to go within and heal something because this inner vision. So it's like a hermit card. So go within, you know, and healing, um, forgive it. Okay, so let me say this. When am I recording? Okay. When things be happening, when we how you want me to say this, Spirit? It's easy to blame somebody else for the shit that happens to us in our life. I get that. And sometimes that is true. All right? That is true. But it's mainly only true when we are children, when we cannot defend ourselves, or I want to say, because this is just I want to say this, but I don't want to say. I want to say because we don't choose the family that we are born to. But yes, we do. So I can't even use that anymore. I can't even use that statement. So But anyway, or until you realized, all right, okay, things can happen to us. We subjected to the family of things that happen to us as children until we realize we chose the family that we came to be with. You know what I'm saying? And then you take back your power and you move forward. You hone your strengths, but there's a certain level of introspection that has to be done. And so you realize things that happened to you didn't happen to you to break you down. It actually happened to you to strengthen you, all right? To tap into a power that you probably wouldn't ordinarily have done. But you have to use discernment, all right? Um, but because I feel like I'm stirring off the message of what's on this table. So that's a message for it's relative, but it's not relative for actually what this message is saying. This message is saying very clearly, if you are blaming somebody else for what has been happening to you, you're projecting and blaming somebody else for what's happening to you. That's not going to help you. All right. So you're being asked to look within, because what is happening to you, especially as an adult, there's a part that you play by the choices that we make. All right. It's not everybody's fault of what happens to us. We play a certain part in all of that. So Spirit is saying, go within, forgive yourself, and forgive others. All right. That's going to heal you. All right. And you will see that it came to empower you. All right. And put you on a whole nother path. There are things that, when we come to the planet, we got stuff that we have to do, y'all. And when we have to be prepared for that. What they say, with great power comes great whatever. I don't know. I forget it's something like that. But you have to go through stuff. You know what I'm saying? Think about when you just give somebody something, they misuse it, they mishandle it. So you have to build up, you have to build a reverence, have to have a reverence for what you are doing, the task that you have been ordained, the job that you have been given from the Most High, from the universe. You have to have a certain level of reverence so you respect the role that you play on the planet. All right, you have a responsibility. We have a responsibility to each other. And if we are not respecters of the laws, the universal laws, you're going to run amok. Right? And so a lot of things that we go through, trials and tribulations, if you want to call it, we have to go through those things, all right, in order to build up the strength and the character, all right, and that opens you up. Once you realize, when you really realize these things don't happen to you to simply destroy you. They happen to build you up, to build character, to actually to help you help somebody else. Because if you can fight through it and you make it all through to the other side, all right, um you become a master of that energy, so you can in turn around and help somebody else. All right, that's the lucky part. I guess that's the lucky is that the possibility you can turn around and help somebody else. There's a possibility, of plethora of possibilities you can have when you heal that. But first, you have to go within, see the shit for what it is, Accept the role that you play. Forgive yourself for not knowing or whatever it is, and forgive others. All right. That will ignite the flame for you to help someone else. All right. All right. And then you can move forward. You have been placed in isolation. And I don't know who I'm speaking to, because spirit is very clear, being very clear, because they just want me to keep hitting this point. You are being placed in isolation. You know, this camel and this ghost, you have been placed in isolation in the past because you were not healed. But you have to be in isolation. You have to be set apart from the okay, even didn't Jesus go in the desert? You understand? Everybody, anytime a spirit has to use somebody, you are set apart, you are isolated, because you have to go and do this inner vision work. All right. Everybody has to do it. You are not special. I mean, you're special, but not special in the sense that you don't go through the same processes. All right. So, yeah, this is what's being done. All right. Like I say, and I could see this from two different perspectives. I could be talking to an Aquarius, or this star simply represents the healing energy. All right. All right. All right. All right. Is there anything else, Spirit? Yes, you have to do this in order to move forward. You're going to be stuck in isolation if you don't let go of that past. If you don't see the past and make peace with that past. All right. You're going to be, can you see this on the board? You can't even see it. Okay, babe. All right. I'm sorry. All right. You're going to be stuck in the past. All right. If you do not, even a camel looking at it, you know what I'm saying? You got to look at that. You got to look at your past. Nobody forced you to make any decisions that you've made. You can't hold everybody accountable for the actions that you have been taking. All right. It's not everybody's fault that folks ain't following in the line of what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? We are all coexisting out here. And one your decision affects so many people around you. So you have to be, before you if you keep making too many wrong turns, spirit will isolate you to keep you from distracting somebody off their own path. All right. You will be placed in isolation until you do your inner vision work and see things for what it is. And then you got to heal, and healing requires a level of forgiveness. First, forgiveness of self and then others. All right. All right. And then there is a flame that will be ignited in you, because once you wake up to the truth, you realize this is something that needs to be shared with all others. And look, this card just came out, breakthrough. That's when, like I say, you have a flame that'll be lit in you, and you like, oh my God, everybody should know this. Everybody should see you understand your place, and what you came to do and how you can help the wheel move forward. All right. Move forward. All right. That's the breakthrough. All right. That will be your breakthrough. Wow. That would be your breakthrough. Is there anything else, Spirit? Can I get some more? That's when the breakthrough happens. It says a cloud of unknowing. Float on the clouds of the unknown, surrender to the mystery, and embrace the sacred within. Okay. So somebody's being asked to trust the process. Basically, this is what this feels like, you know, or somebody's afraid to surrender to the unknown. We don't always know, why things are happening to us um, when it's happening. We don't always understand it, but you're being asked to surrender to the unknown, you know, and I mean, like, do something different than other than what you have been doing. You know, what they say, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. But when every now and then the universe will bring something across where it is trying to get you to make a different choice. So I'm going to say this right now. Choose yourself. And I'm saying mm, choose yourself. Not in a selfish way. Choose yourself and don't do something that everybody expects you to do. um Try something different. Break free from what people think is the norm. Try a authentic, that's it, a authentic response. All right. All right. um Give me something else, Spirit. I'm sorry, I was just trying to see. Oh, it says answers unfold. Keep your mind open. Okay, so I see this. So you want to break through. And in order to break through, you need to do some inner vision, right? Because you have been floating on a cloud of unknowing. It's really, you kind of scatterbrained because you don't know what's going on. You don't know it's so much. You got so much brain fog because you're holding on to stuff, you know, that you need to let go of. And apparently the answers are coming to you, but you got to be willing to learn, because it says answers unfold. Keep your mind open and be willing to learn from the experience. All right. You got to be willing to learn something new. All right. You got to and get out of fantasy land. All right. Get out of fantasy land. You know, the answers are coming to you all the time, but you got to be willing and open. What this say? All right, it says fully immersed. Everything you want is all around you, just waiting for you to see it. Yeah, it's a breakthrough that's willing to unfold in your life. There's a breakthrough it's ready to unfold in your life. Like I say, you coming out this isolation. Like I said, I think I'm talking to two different um groups of people. One who I just seen an orb. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was really strong. I just seen an orb just come. I don't know if y'all seen that on the camera. Probably not, because the camera facing the table. Wow. But somebody's coming out of isolation. That's one group. And somebody wants to come out of isolation. That's another group. All right. And this is the formula, or this is what's going on. This is the energy, you know, that's describing what you are going through, or what you need to go through, or what you will go through. Okay. You're gonna have to go within. All right. In order to get that breakthrough and be fully immersed. All right. Get fully immersed. Um, and not be afraid of the unknown. All right. One more, Spirit. Yeah. Harbor peace. Make peace with the unknown. Yeah. As the answers unfold in your life about what's going on in your life, you got to make peace with it. All right. You got to make peace with it. And when I say make peace with it, for example, give me an example, Spirit. Um, there have been times in my life where things have happened to me and I didn't always understand when it was happening. But when I became older and um, something not quite related to what happened in my life, in my youth, but it carried the same energy. I drew from the experience that I had already had, and I was able to uh, conquer or surpass the pain or the surpass the situation that I was in currently, because I drew upon the wisdom and the knowledge that the past thing had brought me, you know. Oh my, now my ear is ringing. Oh wow. So anyway, things don't be happening to us, y'all, to just be holding us down. You know, the universe is not malicious like that. The universe wants to help us, and it is helping us by sometimes keeping us isolated until we get the lessons so we can heal and then move forward. All right. All right. One last card, and I'm just gonna let it go. And this card keep coming out. Creative vortex. All right. Gate of opportunity. See that? That I said the opportunity. Okay. When you make peace and heal from your past, you was in it isolation. All right. All right. And you got to heal from it, whatever it is. And when you make peace with it, all right, it opens you up to greater possibilities of being. You could you access another part of yourself. You have access to more energy, different energies, so that creates a gateway of possibilities. you know you can recreate. It's a vortex of creativity. You can recreate your story, recreate um um your life, your surroundings, but in a way that it's beneficial to the greater good of all. All right. All right. I'm gonna just drop that right there. Spirit, was there anything else? Okay. I'm gonna give a divine force. No. Okay. Let me do. You want me to do this? Empowerment. It says warrior. strength is found in resilience. All right. Shadows reveal your inner strength. All right. And so this, what you may be going through, is helping you to tap into your inner strength, the warrior in you. It's trying to develop the warrior in you. All right. It says eclipse, the shadows reveal your inner strength. So this is like the dark night of the soul. Somebody is going, that's what this is. Somebody is going through, or either you're about to go through it or you're going through it. But it's like a dark night of the soul. Um, the shadow. You have to do that introspection. That shadow, that's the ghost. All right. You're in isolation because you're in the dark night of the soul, because it's time to heal some things so you can open up to the new possibilities and recreate, and get in the flow of the universe, and and be able to recreate your life from a more healed place. All right. And as you eclipsing that unhealed energy out, and from it you'll be rise up like the phoenix and soar and become a lighthouse for others. That's what this is all about, y'all. I don't know. I I don't know. I don't know why we have been. Well, I don't know. I do know why we have been hoodwinked, but it's that simple. Wow. I just looked at it. Hug, a simple gesture, and he can heal more than words. I was just saying, it's just that simple. It's like a universal hug. That's how I feel. Knowing this truth, it's like the universe hugging you and saying, hey, embrace the truth. All right. Yes, embrace the truth. This is the truth. You got to let go. And look on here. Spirit says that's a real promise. This is a real promise when you leave the valley of shadows. Come on, Spirit. When you leave the valley of shadows, this is a real promise. You know what I mean? Seize every moment. It's a gateway of opportunities. Yeah. Yeah. It's time. It's time to rise up um with your flame lit. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're being put, somebody's in a spiritual retreat. Somebody has been put in a spiritual retreat. Yeah. Isolation. So you can heal. Yeah. Spirit is calling you to bring yourself to come into harmony with yourself. That's what you've been called to do, to come into harmony with yourself and balance some stuff out. I'm just leave it right there. Let me give you a angel number. And I'm gonna send y'all on y'all way. Because I know that really wasn't clear because I kind of was all over the place. But I know, like I say, I've been off game for a minute. And I've been lifing. But let me give you an angel number. Whatever you're going through, it's not happening to harm you. It's happening to empower you. Okay? All right. Oh, 101 came off the top. Starting over. Yes. Starting over. So Like I said, I don't know where you are in this, but I guess for the most part, I'm talking to somebody who is starting over 101, or who's encouraged to start over, or who's about to start over. I don't know. It says intelligence, dynamics, making a difference, failures, personal or spiritual development, spiritual retreat. Okay, it says happiness is linked to self-expression, growth, and experience. Learning from failures is key. Remember, I said you have to forgive yourself for all your past choices, and in turn, forgive people. You know, it says learning from failures is key. Happiness is real, possible, and around. Understand it's a process. All right, it is a process, and we've been talking about that. Um, and the pursuit of it. Joy is fluid. It is in the little things and the big ones. Fails are fun. Start fresh. All right. So, like I said, you've probably been held in isolation because you're blaming everybody else for things that possibly didn't go your way. But whole time, everything that you've been going through you've been going through it to strengthen you for something greater, for a greater possibility, probably something more than you ever thought would be for yourself, you know. All right, so I'm just leave it there. Look for 101. You know, if that this number may resonate with somebody, you know, you might be seeing 101 a lot. All right, that's all I have for you today. I appreciate you all. And until next time, bye. Take it or leave it.